Hey guys, welcome to your quick essential oil reference. I'm Jewl Hinton.
I'm Alicia Shaw, and we're so excited that you guys decided to join us today to learn a little bit more about essential oils.
So you guys have been talking with our virtual assistant on Facebook. So I hope you've enjoyed those ebooks and I hope you had time to really dig in because there's some really great content on there.
Really good. A lot of different ways that the oils can affect your health and how they can help you. And it's all right there at your fingertips. So if you haven't taken a minute to go through them yet, you'll want to be sure to schedule that in, take a minute, flip through, pick out those things that are important to you so that we can help you with your health.
Definitely. So I'm going to jump over right now for you guys to our PowerPoint because I want you guys to be able to see exactly what we're talking about today.
So it's awesome because you guys are going to learn all kinds of fun things in this super quick course today about the use of oils, the different ways you can use them, and then of course we're always here as a reference to help you if you have additional questions. So we wanted to introduce ourselves. Again, I'm Alicia. I have 3 littles who are getting big way too fast. I love the holidays and Christmas and everything about that season. And I'm just kind of a lover of life and people. That's kind of my thing. Anything to do with friends and people and enjoying this beautiful life we've been given, that's my jam.
So I am Jewl. I'm the mom of 3 and 1 little fur baby dog. And I'm the owner and creator of The Daily Drop. I'm a diamond in doTERRA, and it's been an incredible journey over the last 5 years. We've been able to help over 70,000 families start incorporating essential oils into their health to be able to have a greater, more empowered health at home. I also love yoga, and if you put a plate of cookies in front of me, I am going to finish the entire thing, so please don't.
I mean, I don't mean to brag, but I am a pretty amazing cookie baker, so we're a really good team when it comes to that.
So over the next 30 minutes, you guys, what we are going to be talking about is so powerful, and I promise you guys, it is going to change the way that you care for your family like it has to so many people of my family and people that we've worked with. So I want to ask you guys right now, power down. Turn off your cell phone, put it on silent. If you're like me and you got a whole bunch of little kids around, go lock yourself in the bathroom if you have to, because I promise you guys, just give yourself this 30 minutes to really dig in and pay attention to what we're going to be talking about.
So this is going to be an exciting time for you. And one of the best parts about this is that towards the end, we have a link where you're going to get a sample to try. Because we know for some of you, you need to feel it and smell it and try it before it makes sense to you. So watch for that, and you'll notice as we go through that there'll be all kinds of different ways that you can use these amazing oils in your life. And we just want to do that as a thank you because you're here today. So for me, I am just like that. I had to try these for myself. I want you guys to walk back just a few years with me. I was about 21 years old. I was going to college full-time, playing soccer. It was about a month before my wedding, and I felt like crap. It was horrible. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't digesting foods properly. I ached. My bones hurt. And I was way too young for all of these things to be coming on. And so I had doctor after doctor try to figure out what was wrong with me. I had CAT scans, MRIs. I had a nutritionist, a biofeedback doctor. You name it, I tried it. And it was really frustrating to feel like I had no control over my health at that time. And so finally, my mom booked me into a clinic in Southern California, and they check you in and kind of like Hotel California. You don't check out till they tell you what's wrong. And so I was given a diagnosis and a whole set of pills, like a whole cocktail of pills that I needed to take. And the side effects created new issues and didn't totally take care of the original ones. And at 21 years old, this was not the life that I had pictured living. And so I needed a different plan. And so at that point, I decided I have to take control of my own healthcare. And so after years and years of research, I can say that oils are a big part of that and a big part of me being able to have a family and keep up with 3 little ones and the busy schedules that we run. But I'm so grateful that I had that experience that forced me to figure out how to work all of that into a life that worked for me. And like I said, oils are a big part of it.
Now for me, when I was first introduced to essential oils, I gotta tell you guys, I was a complete skeptic. It was my mom who was really into them. And I just kind of thought in my narrow, naive mind that she was just kind of a hippie and she was just kind of out there. And you guys, it wasn't until one year for Christmas, my mom gave me a set of essential oils for Christmas. And out of desperation, my husband remembered that we had them and we used them on our little boy and they worked. And my mind was floored. We used them for some respiratory issues with him. We used them for sleep a little bit later. And you guys, again and again and again, we kept having these aha moments until I couldn't ignore it anymore. These oils worked. And I had to know now how they work scientifically because they were amazing. And they were changing the way that I took care of myself and my family to now these oils take care of over 80% of anything my family goes through. I now have the tools in hand to be able to do that.
So when you look at modern medicine and the different approaches to it, you have the modern approach that most of us are used to, which is the approach that I took when I wasn't feeling well. I went in and tried to manage the symptoms. And so they came up with a fabulous set of pills and different things that are all made in a lab by these really, really smart guys to try to put those symptoms at bay and to try to kind of chill that out. But I never really felt like they were fixing the true root of the problem. And I didn't feel any healthier because I traded side effects, I traded different issues for other issues. There really wasn't a quote unquote solution to my issues. So now, as we look at a more natural approach, my body responds so much better when I am using things that it recognizes. And so when I'm looking at some of these natural approaches, I feel so much better physically and emotionally, and I don't trade one symptom and one set of problems for another. So the best part about this journey is that it isn't an all or nothing approach. I don't have to say I'm 100% natural, I only use plants and vegetables and organic food, and I'm never going to paint my fingernails again, and I don't wear makeup. Like, I don't have to go to one extreme or the other. So like Julie said, I use oils for about 75% of my healthcare, and there is definitely a time and a place for modern medicine, and I am so grateful that it's there, and it's blessed my life and the life of my family in so many different ways. But I want to be in control and choose those times when I want to use it and when I want to work on things myself. And so that's the cool part, is you can be anywhere along that sliding scale of using oils, using modern medicine, and you just find what works for you.
So a really interesting statistic that Alicia brought up to me today was that she read an article that was saying that kids being born right now are less likely to outlive their parents than in any other generation. You guys, it's time. We have to take control of our own health. We cannot leave it up to other people to decide, because as you can tell, we aren't getting any healthier. And this comes from all the approaches and things naturally that we can do at home right now. So, what are essential oils, you guys? Essential oils are volatile aromatic compounds, and they come from things like trees, roots, plants, leaves, flowers, petals, or the peels of citrus oils. They're collected from plants in really high amounts, and they're either cold pressed or they're steam distilled. Have you ever taken an orange, like in this picture, and you dug your fingernails in and you ripped open that peel, and that amazing smell that comes from the peel that's now underneath your fingernails? You guys, that is an essential oil from the peel that you are smelling. They smell absolutely amazing. And what is honestly the part that really changed for me is that you can see from this picture of the cell, essential oils are amazing because not only do they work on the outside of a cell to support our body, but they can actually work within our cell. They can pass through that oily cell membrane to work out and within, so you're getting the best of everything when it comes to your health using oils.
So now that you've had like a quick little geeky training on how they work, how do we use them? And that's one of the most important things. Like, we can know all about the scientific side of it, and some people want to delve into that, and others, we just want to know what to do with them. So there are 3 different ways. The first one is aromatically, just like Julie talked about with the orange and how you smell that. Using essential oils aromatically there are so many benefits. We can breathe them in. And there are different ways that we can do that. We can do it through diffusion. We can do it through just literally smelling them, like in the picture there, where she's just smelling them on her hands. It's crazy to think that a smell is actually a little tiny particle of that item. And so you can use these in so many different ways. One of the cool things with diffusion is that you can set a diffuser, like the little picture there where she's holding them. It takes that and puts it into the air. And it's kind of like a crock pot. You just like set it and forget about it, but you're breathing it in all day, which is one of the ways I love to use it. Peppermint, for example, is fantastic to be able to open the airways and to be able to breathe and to have that be something that you're taking in right to your respiratory. Those two work hand in hand. There's no reason for you to have to, do something different when it's so easily accessible aromatically. So there are some other ways, which would be topically. So topically is just on your skin. Your skin is your largest organ, and it's fantastic. It is so good at keeping bad things out and helping good things to come in, and especially if we're applying good things to it. So basically, with it, it penetrates the skin, and so it's absorbed. And one of the ways you'll hear us talk about it is with a carrier oil, because those are important. It helps the skin readily absorb those oils. So we use a vegetable-based oil. I like fractionated coconut. I think Julie uses that one most commonly also.
I do.
You can use jojoba oil, almond oil, avocado oil, even olive oil, if that's all you have around. Again, those are all natural oils that your body recognizes and will take in. It's interesting, though, because I always thought when I put essential oils with a carrier oil, I was diluting it. So here's the cool thing to know about essential oils. When you mix them with a carrier, they don't dilute. It just spreads it out over a larger surface area for you to be able to use and spread it over your skin in different ways. So this little corner note you'll see here, deep blue. So this was one of the very first things that we used in my house because we are big sports people. And so outside a lot, my husband coaches basketball, my son plays, and sore muscles are just kind of part of the deal. And this has been huge in helping them to feel better and get ready for the next game. The third way is internally. So you're actually going to take them in through your mouth, in a little capsule, or under your tongue. And it's interesting because not all oils are available to be used internally. And so you want to be very careful when we talk about the internal use. When they're ingested, these oils are going to go right into your bloodstream through your gastrointestinal tract. And we talk a lot about that nowadays, about like your gut health and all those probiotics that help with it. And these oils can then enter your body that way. So it's going to affect things like your organs. It's going to go to your brain. All of these things are metabolized and they then work inside. So the cool part is that when we're talking about doTERRA oils, we are talking about certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils. These have been stringently tested. And so we know by using these internally, they are going to benefit us in the way we're hoping. So for example, On Guard, which is a huge one, especially during the winter time, that can be done topically, that can be done aromatically, that can be done in an empty capsule to help support your immune system. And so all of these different ways are the ways that we can use them. And the more we know, the more they help benefit us.
So why does quality matter so much? Why is this such a big deal? Because a leading essential oil chemist, they all agree that about 80% of the oils on the market are not pure. This means that they are with fillers, or they switch out oils with the cheaper version of it so that they can sell something cheaper on the shelves. You're not getting a pure essential oil. That's why a lot of times when you walk into somewhere like a big box store and you see essential oils on the shelf and they're all the same price and you think, awesome, you go home and use it for sleep, then you're gonna wanna call me up on the phone and say, Jewl, this oil didn't work. You guys, the first thing I'm gonna ask you, where is the oil from? What is the quality on it? Because the quality is so important.
And as I mentioned before, the certified pure therapeutic grade is something that is unique to doTERRA. So it's hard to tell. I mean, you never know sometimes what you're buying. And so that's why doTERRA came up with this certification to know that you're getting quality items. doTERRA's promise is that the oils they provide will be pure. They'll be free from filler, free from pesticides, 100% plant, organic, and have passed third-party purity tests. Every single batch of these oils is going to go through 7 tests. 7! I don't know about you, but I don't test nothing 7 times. So you know that if it is not up to their standards, they're not going to release it. They're really transparent, and they post all of their test results on their website, sourcetoyou.com. You can look up every single batch number and see that it has gone through these tests. It's interesting, about how long, maybe 2 years ago? About 2 years ago, they had a batch of Melissa oil come in. And I got to tell you, Melissa oil ain't cheap. It is not an easy oil to get. It is very specific where it has to be grown and how it's processed. And it was not up to their standard. And so they took it off the market and they didn't offer it. And it was hard to get for a really long time. And so then doTERRA went into these farmers in Bulgaria where they get it and helped them to be able to raise a product that would then help pass these standards, knowing what it is that they needed to put their name on it. And so these strict standards have made them the #1 essential oil in the world.
You guys, it's huge. No other company has this kind of transparency where you can jump on a website and get the actual scientific information, the running tests on these essential oils that you're using. And that's why major hospitals, doctors, research centers are all turning to doTERRA oils to study them for huge health issues and concerns as we go on to the future, because they can trust these oils will be the same every single time, and they can tell by just looking at the research. The other thing that's really unique to doTERRA is what they call co-impact sourcing. So 96% of the essential oils from doTERRA are exclusive to doTERRA. They knew that when they started to source essential oils from around the world, they were going to have to dig into really some less traveled areas to make sure they were getting the best essential oils with the best chemical constituents that they could. And instead of taking control of these farms in these areas, what they decided to do is that they were going to work with these artisans, these farmers, these generational farmers, to give them jobs, to not only make sure that they had the best essential oil in the world, but that they were taking care of the people who lived in those areas. You guys, they've never gone into more regions and employed women who would have never had a chance to have a job before. Places like Somalia, Kenya, these women now have jobs that they can provide for their families, that they can send their kids to school. I want you guys to know that when you're using a doTERRA oil, when business is good for one, it's good for everybody. So you guys are getting the best essential oil, and you're touching and helping people around the globe have jobs and feel that impact.
It's one of my favorite parts about doTERRA, because they didn't have to do this. They have the means to go in and do it themselves. They have people who would have moved there and run it and knew all the ins and outs of how to grow these things themselves. They just needed the right climate. But instead, they chose to go in and partner with these locals and really help their economies too.
And that's how global business should be done. It touches me with what they're doing around the world.
Okay, so we talk about how powerful these oils are, but really, they are powerful. And there are some safety issues that come up when using oils. And so we wanted to touch on just a few of those. You always want to use a carrier oil to prevent any sensitivity, because again, we talked about it doesn't dilute it. It's just going to help spread it out over a larger area for your absorption when it comes to topical application. You don't ever want to place essential oils in your eyes, ears, or any open wounds. You just put it around them. And it's crazy how it will work its way to where it needs to go. You're going to test it for sensitivities, and there's some reference guides that you can use to know which ones. You definitely want to keep them out of reach of children. Now, my kids do use them, but they're my older children, and they've been taught how to use them. And it's interesting though, even like my 6-year-old, she doesn't necessarily have access to them, but she knows when she wants them. And she'll say, Mom, do you have any lavender? Mom, I have an owie. Can you grab this? She knows to ask for them because she knows that it makes her feel better. And one of the great things about them is you're going to use them less oil more often. Let me get that backward. Less oil more often for best results. And so it's not one big dose and walk away. It's just a constant use of them. You don't want to use water if you ever have a sensitivity to them or get them in your eyes. You're going to use a carrier oil again, just to help spread that out. And then again, we got to be very, very careful about using them internally unless they are CPTG oils, which you know are safe for internal use.
Now, you guys, you might be thinking in your head, how do I know which essential oils to use for things?
There's only like, hundreds.
Yes, there's so many. So take for peppermint, for example, you guys. Essential oils in one single drop have hundreds of chemical constituents per drop. That's why one essential oil is good for so many different things. It's not just one chemical we've put into a lab, we've isolated and bumped it up so it does one job. It's how Mother Nature intended it to be. So we talked about peppermint before in our slides about breathing it in to open up the airways. But did you know peppermint can also boost your energy? If you're feeling nauseous, like on a car ride, or when I'm on a plane, I always bring peppermint so I don't get nauseous. It can help soothe an upset stomach. It can actually repel ants. I do this all the time. I will get a water bottle, put some peppermint in, spray it on, and ants go running. It can help with dry feet. You can put that on at night. It can cool down your body's temperature. It can help with seasonal threats when pollen starts getting into the air. And it can help curb your cravings and so much more, you guys, from one oil.
You know, we use peppermint oil for head tension. Anytime I have a little bit of an ache coming on, I like to use peppermint to help with that. So another one that we love at our house is lavender. Lavender is fantastic. And I know that most of you think, oh, lavender's like a happy, like take a bath with lavender. And you've heard some things when it comes to like bath salts and different calming properties, and it does even more than that. It is great for supporting sleep. It's fabulous for sun-kissed skin. If your skin is irritated, it is great for that. Bug bites, it is my go-to when we get bug bites. Instead of, you know how you were told to like put an X with your fingernail and then pretend like it didn't itch anymore? It still itched even after the X. With lavender, it makes a huge difference. It reduces stress and anxious feelings. It's fantastic for seasonal threats to help support your immune system. Great for burns, and it's good to support blood circulation.
So guys, seriously, how can you know all this? No one can know all this.
You can tell we're reading some of them off my list.
Serious. You guys, I've been doing this for 5 years and people stump me all the time and I research these every day. You guys, every expert was once a beginner. Just know you're not supposed to know all the answers. Intelligence is knowing where to find them. And there are resource and reference guides, so you're not alone. You guys, there's books. These are two of my favorite books, The Essential Life and The Modern Essential Book. They help guide you to know which essential oils to use. Now, these are third-party books. There are lots of third-party books out there, and you guys can look into what ones you like most. Their websites, you guys, the Daily Drop Society, we have a whole section of education on essential oils, from webinars to different articles, to DIY recipes, to fun things that you can do with oils, to apps. Did you know you can actually download an app on your phone and it can help you know which essential oils to use for what? You guys, you're not alone when it comes to this journey of using essential oils. Another really big place that's really great to use is our Facebook page. A lot of people love to ask questions on there on different ways that they can support their body, so then they can learn from other people what oils are working. So no, you are not alone. There's so many references out there. You're not supposed to know it all, and don't think you need to know it all right away.
So the next question we get is, what is the best way to get started with oils? The best way to do that is just to use them. That is the very, very best way, because we can sit here and do hours and hours worth of webinars about the benefits and the sourcing and how great they are. But until you've tried them, you just won't know for yourself. So the best way to do it is to start with a kit. And the Home Essential Kit is one of my very, very favorites. And this has the top oils that you will probably be kind of your go-to oils. These are the ones I usually go to first. And it is fabulous for you to start using them. And every time something comes up in the next few weeks after you get your kit, that's where you go to. And you pull out your book or your app and you look it up and you go to those very, very first. You also are going to get a reference book that'll help you, kind of like the ones we talked about.
Because, of course, you guys are our special guests here today, and we're so excited that you were here with us. Of course, we have gifts and perks that come with having a membership with doTERRA, like we talked about, getting started with a kit. So the first thing you get is for an entire year, you guys are going to get wholesale pricing. That means you get 25% off everything you order. You're also going to get a reference book app for your smart device, because we want you to have all the tools you need at your fingertips to be successful. You're also going to get access to our exclusive Daily Drop members area, where you can start listening to different webinars and information about essential oils. You'll get access to our Facebook group, and you get the option of earning free products each month. This is my very favorite thing for becoming a member, is that every month I get a free oil with the Oil of the Month Club that just comes to me, and I get to try something new out. You also get the option of upgrading at any time to a wellness advocate. That means becoming a business partner, and that's optional for anyone who may want to. You'll also get a welcome ebook with how to use your essential oils with DIY recipes.
The recipes are my favorite. I love different ways to use them for different things and how to combine different oils together to get the results that I'm looking for.
Oh, and it's really dark on here. Sorry, guys. That's my my good technology going on. You also get a welcome goodie pack, you guys.
Oh,
and
I can see it.
Right? It's like black and gray. You guys, that's my bad. My bad. I'm going to take that one. But the welcome goodie pack is pretty amazing, you guys. We send you some free roller bottles with the recipes, how to use them, and a few awesome samples of different things you can use, from toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner. You get a few extra little goodie things in your welcome pack.
Now, there is another option when it comes to a starting kit. This is a smaller kit. So you're going to still get those top 10 oils, except they're going to be in a little bit of a smaller size. So that's definitely an option if you just kind of want to just dip your toes in a little bit to get started, and that's something you can do. So if we look at both of these side by side, we have the family and the home essential. So one of them, you're going to get twice as much product, 3 times as much, 5 to 15, 3 times as much product, plus you're going to get a diffuser to really jump in and get started working on your family's wellness. Either one is a fantastic option, because again, you're going to love them. And that's the crazy part, is we know that once you have them in your hands, you're absolutely going to love them.
So guys, as a thank you for being here with us today, I want you guys to go to this website, thedailydropsociety.com/sample me. Go to the website above and fill in your information. I want you to go back to that ebook we sent you that had the top 10 essential oils and the 150 ways to use them. Look through that and decide your 3 top health concerns and the 3 oils that you would love to try. And then we're going to narrow them down to one of them for you to send to you for free at home, so you can use it yourself, but also you get access to us. You get to ask us questions. We get to talk with you more and figure out what is going to be the best for you. So again, really quick, thedailydropsociety.com/sample me.
Now, I want you to know, if you decide right now that you're ready for a kit, we will send you a different oil than what is in your kit. So you won't have to worry that you're going to get a duplicate. We'll put in a different one to help with whatever it is you need.
Now, as you guys are on there, I'm sure you've already logged on. I want to share with you guys a few uses, because we're at about the 30-minute mark right now. So I want to thank you guys first for being on, and I hope that you learned something today and you're going forward going, okay, I feel like I could have the tools and the knowledge to empower my family to be able to cover these health concerns, that I can be healthier, that I can teach my children and generations to come how to take care of themselves. You guys, for me, something really huge with essential oils and my family's uses, I use them a lot for mood management. And a lot of people don't know this about essential oils, but when you smell them in, they actually work within our nose receptors that connect back to our brain, which actually connect to the hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is what secretes hormones. So imagine how powerful just to smell an essential oil and have that react in your brain to help with the regulation of your moods and how you're feeling. We're creating new chemical connections that can lift you out of a dark mood, that can make you feel uplifted and happier and just feeling better throughout the day. That is huge in and of itself.
So I married into a fantastic family, and one of the things that I got was seasonal allergy threats in my children that I had never experienced before. My husband is allergic to pets. He's allergic to different seasonal trees and shrubs and bushes, but we love to be outside. And so my poor kids got that lovely trait from him. And so we use oils to help with those seasonal threats all the time, to help calm those in their systems. And that's been a huge benefit for my family in the way we use them.
Now, this is my little guy right here, you guys. He had no chance in life because you can't tell from this video, but I am an Amazonly tall girl. I am super tall. My husband's super tall, which means my kids are super tall. And my little boy wakes up in the middle of the night, and maybe some of you have experienced this, maybe you haven't, but his legs ache from growing pains, you guys. And I remember as a child crying myself to sleep at night because the growing pains hurt so much. You guys, it is the most empowering feeling in the world when he comes into my room crying that I can go lay him back in bed and I take Deep Blue, what Alicia had talked about using topically. I take a little bit of that, I massage it into where it hurts within his legs, and within 5 minutes, he's back asleep again. You guys, I have felt those pains before. I know what they were like. There is nothing more empowering to know I can take those away and help him with natural tools I have at home. Now, this is a picture of my husband and my little baby. Now,
Who is scrumptious. He is the cutest thing ever. Those cheeks, I just want to nibble.
He is such a big boy, you guys. He's one of my babies that has grown up with just using oils. I use it for everything. When he gets a scrape, a bruise, even my husband, every single day he gets out of the shower, he puts frankincense all over his body. It helps even out the skin tone. It helps rejuvenate the skin. You find little things with the oils to make you feel better with them.
Okay, now before you tell the unicorn story, I want to tell you, so my husband worked a corporate job for 15 years. We were always covered by health insurance. We never had to think about any of those things before. And then all of a sudden, he didn't. And I have to tell you, one of the first things we did was go to look at health insurance. And I about lost my mind. The cost was insane. And we do not use most of the things that they offer. And it was a really, really tough internal battle with health insurance, the cost, we don't even use it. Maybe we're better off just paying for it out of pocket. There were so many concerns. And then you look at a catastrophic accident that can financially break a family and be a huge issue. And so that was one of the biggest concerns that we had. And as we keep looking into it, there are additional options for us when it comes to those policies that don't include the ongoing maintenance, because I'm now doing the ongoing maintenance for us at home. And we don't have all of the issues that come up yearly. We don't have those problems, and now I don't have those costs either. And so that was a huge benefit for our family to be able to take charge of our health.
That is huge. Now, with this cute little unicorn you see up on the picture, you guys, me and my family, we love to travel a lot, which means sometimes your kids don't feel very good in the car, and you have to be careful about that one. So we found this little trick I wanted to pass on to you. Even if you're an adult, you can use this on your pillow, whatever it is. You just put a few drops of peppermint on, and I have my little girl just hug her little unicorn so she's smelling that. You guys, it takes the car sickness away, the nausea. We even do this for sleep at night sometimes. You can just put a few drops of lavender on their toy that they cuddle at night to fall asleep. Or I like to use it on my chest and on my pillow so I can go to sleep and have a more restful, longer night's sleep.
But we won't judge you adults if you have a unicorn that smells like peppermint or lavender.
Judgment-free zone. Nothing going on. Now, the last story I want to share of our family uses is this little cutie here. She always tells me her stomach hurts. Now, sometimes it's a false alarm and she's just saying it. Sometimes she throws up. And I don't know which is which, but here's the amazing part, you guys. She knows that the oil makes her feel better. And so I take Digestin, I roll it on her stomach, I massage it in, and within minutes, she feels better. And guess what? Even if she was lying to me, I don't care, because I know I'm doing something good for her body. I know it's not going to hurt her. I know it's going to help her, if anything. So I feel like now I finally have something. I don't just have to say, well, let's wait it out until it's too late and I'm cleaning up throw up. No, I can help her right away with things. And I love that.
We just had this exact same experience this week. My husband, we were out of town traveling, and you know when you eat things you shouldn't because they look delicious, and we were definitely out of our norm. And so he came home and he says, oh man, I'm not doing so good. I'm not doing so good. And I said, put this on. And again, he's still learning. He's still gaining his testimony and knowledge of these. And he put that on and he said, I don't know what that was, but I feel so much better. And now, a week later, he came to me last night and he said the same thing. He goes, hey, where's that oil that you put on my stomach? I'm feeling a little queasy again. You know, and so it's great to see that those things help. They really, truly work.
Now, really quick, as we're finishing up, if you are still on with us right now, something that we want to offer to you guys is, as you've been listening this last half hour about oils and about teaching and educating, if by chance you've been listening to this and feeling that little tug at your heart going, oh my gosh, this resonates true with me. Oh my gosh, I agree. I want to be a part of this. I can see the vision in this movement of helping people become healthier and whole and finding their way through health, you guys. We want to invite you guys to reach out to us about becoming a business partner.
You know, the business partnership is, again, one of those fantastic levels that you get to decide how involved you want to be. And we're here to support that. And of all of the companies out there that we could be a part of, this is the one we've chosen. Because we've been approached before by all kinds of different opportunities and businesses, and we have been a part of all kinds of different things, and none of them felt like this. It's a product that you can stand behind. It's freedom with your schedule. It's health benefits. These products are products that we use. These aren't just things that sit on a shelf that we're looking to sell. These are actual things that our family is using day in and day out.
And nothing feels more empowering than helping that family, that friend, someone find some relief, that you get to be that connection of hope that they've been waiting for in their health. And that could be you. Now, if you're interested in becoming a business partner, we do have favorite business partner kits that work a little bit better if you're wanting to do something more. I'm not going to leave these up here for long. This is just so you're aware there are different kits out there. If you're interested in them, we can talk a little bit more about that. So that's it, you guys.
We're so excited that you hung in there with us. This seriously is a fantastic journey. It's an amazing, amazing company, and we know that it will impact your life for the better.
I promise you guys, I can't wait to get your emails and your messages on Facebook telling me, oh my gosh, Julie, it worked. I'm so excited for this. Because that honestly makes me happier than anything when I get those messages back from people so excited because the oils work.
The other fun message that we get is, when is my sample arriving? When is my sample arriving? So just so you know, as soon as you fill out that form, the mailbox is like right down the street, and actually Pam is my mail carrier, and she's fantastic. Yeah, I know her name and I have her phone number. It's pitiful, I know. And when she leaves every day, my kids say, see you tomorrow, Pam. But we will get that sample right in the mail to you so that you can start enjoying the benefits of it right away.
So look for our call after you fill out that form so you can get the rest of your information. And we look forward to meeting and talking to each one of you guys.
Have a wonderful, wonderful day.